Well, all good things must come to an end. This year's festival wrapped up where it all began, at the Academy Art Museum in Easton. There we met with the producer of Bag It, a documentary about a man who makes a pledge to stop using plastic bags.
I am Suzanne Barraza, and I'm the director of the documentary film Bag It. And Bag It follows a very personal story following a man's journey as he learns more and more about plastic and how it's impacting our lives and society at large. It started as a short film, actually. I live in Telluride, Colorado, and it was following a plastic bag reduction campaign between the towns of Telluride and Aspen, Colorado. But once we started doing research for the film, we realized that it was a much bigger story and there was a lot more going on than just a short film. So it grew from there, and it was a 2-year process. We shot around the world, mainly in the U.S., all over the U.S., and Midway Atoll and the middle of the Pacific, and in Europe. And so it was pretty international. I have thought the film festival is great. I don't travel much to film festivals anymore because we're sort of at the end of our film festival tour, and I'm really thrilled that we chose to come to this festival. You know, it's been really great here in Chesapeake. I think part of it may be because we're so near the water, so I think people really understand that plastics in the marine environment, they just don't really mix. In fact, I was in Chestertown today showing the film, and they've already passed a plastic bag ban legislation in Chestertown. So I think it's kind of like really becoming more in the forefront that plastic bags and plastic in the marine environments really don't mix. And so it's been really nice to be here in particular. People here are incredibly gracious. It's obviously a beautiful place. I've never been here before. So I would say and they're excellent programming here, like very good films. So I would just say I would commend your programmers and your festival on really having made very thoughtful and interesting programming choices.
For our final interview, we spoke to the producer of the sci-fi film Pig,
which is a drama and a mystery, and actually it's actually kind of science fiction. The reveal of the mystery is a little bit of science fiction, so you don't know that until the very end that you're actually watching a science fiction film. Writer-director came up with the idea. We've worked twice before, and we were actually going to film festivals with our last film when he had the germ of the idea, and he pitched it to me, and I said, wow, that sounds like a great idea. You should write some more. And then he would, at each festival he went to, he would write a little bit more. But he had two influences for the idea. One was a story he read in the news about a Turkish man who was picked up by the CIA and put in a secret prison, and then they found out that he wasn't really a terrorist, and they blindfolded him and they just dropped him off in some country that he didn't speak the language. That's the first kind of influence. And then there was a book that the writer-director Henry Burial read by Ray Kurzweil about called The Singularity is Near, and it's about technology and about how quickly technology is changing in an exponential way, and that in the future, in like 20 years in the future, there's going to be things that are happening that we're not going to have time to process. It's just going to be happening to us so quickly, and the movie kind of combines these two ideas into the premise of the film, which I can't talk about because it's the reveal of the mystery of the film. You have to kind of think. You have to think while you're watching it because the weird things start to happen. But yeah, we were really happy with the audience response, especially today. We had an audience that they all stayed around for the Q&A, and they had a lot of questions, and people came up to us and said they really enjoyed it. And you can tell when people are like sincere about those kinds of things. And yeah, we were really happy with the way it was received. I love these kind of film festivals where you come in and they make the place becomes really a big part of what you do. So like having the crab feast and the parade and these kinds of things, where you really get a flavor for the community as well as just being in a beautiful place. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. And again, the audiences are just they're very receptive to even a kind of a more difficult film like ours. I mean, just they're open to seeing something new and different, and it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Well, we hope you enjoyed seeing some of the sights and sounds of the Chesapeake Film Festival, which was clearly the most successful one yet. There was something for everyone. We saw a parade, had some great food, met a movie star, and most importantly, saw some amazing films. Remember, the Chesapeake Film Festival has events all year round, so visit www.chesapeakefilmfestival.com to learn more. Thanks for watching!